What's up people from the internet? Today I'm gonna show you how to produce like Falk. Falk is a German producer who apparently has something with Nutella.
I've got Nutella and
Or never mind. Please put your seatbelts on, because this is gonna be the best ride ever. Here we have the project. This is a remake of Feel So Good. One of his latest songs, Feel So Good. I really like the song. He explained himself. So we have the project right here. Again, we're gonna start off with the first verse, and we start off with some distorted roads. Layer it with the bass. This is a GM synth, it's a preset, and I put a low pass filter on it and boosted the low frequencies. So together they sound like this. Then we add some plugs. This is a one-shot plug, and I took out the high frequencies and a little bit of the low frequencies. I put a little bit of reverb, some stereo and some chorus. Add this for some ambience. This is a string with a lot of release and some reverb. It gives this nice ambience effect. We add some tambourine loops. And of course the effects. We add a little clap. And then for the transition to the build up, we add this. So layer that with a vocoder, You Make Me Feel So Good. For the processing, I boosted the high frequencies and cut out the low frequencies, put a little bit of distortion, some stereo and of course reverb. So if we put everything together, your first verse should sound like this. For the build up, just repeat this the whole time. Same for the bass. Same for the plugs. Same for the ambience. Tambourine loop stays the same. Claps stay the same. And the effects stay the same. Use this build-up drum. Layer it with this build-up drum. Together. Add these short stabs. These are this is just the praise thing from the bass house tutorials. Go check them out if you haven't yet. With some reverb and EQing for the low end and the high end. Add some risers. Add a little drum roll in the middle of the build-up. Use an impact to introduce the drop. Use another vocoded sentence. This is also EQ'd with some distortion and some stereoizer. With the intro and build-up together, you should sound like this. Then finally the drop. Use these chords. Make this chord progression. These are a super saw, a preset from made myself, sound design myself, a one-shot saw, and a lead with a ton of slides, so it gives this a little bit of slide effect, like. And I cut at the low frequencies and boosted the high frequencies. Use the stereoizer, and of course automate the reverb on this section over here. Layer the chords with little top notes. This is a preset from Jensen with a pluck, some distortion and EQing, and of course some stereoizer, and I used an analyzer to make to make this all. Together your chords and pluck should sound like this. Layer a bunch of white noise. This is a mini synth with a pulse oscillator and noise, because it's white noise. And I boosted the high frequency so it isn't that dry. Okay, now every chord should sound like this. This is the bass line. This is the Poison Dirty Saw. I use it in a lot of my songs. I just think the crunchiness is just so good. It satisfies my ears a little bit. And I distorted it very hard. EQ'd it and boosted the high frequencies a bit and lowered the low frequencies, so we can add a sub bass, and I automated the reverb over here. Same reverb automation as the chords here. Layer the bass with a sub bass. This is just a sub bass with a little bit of EQ boosting the low frequencies. Add this. It's just a sine wave that bounces a little bit, and layered that with the normal sub bass and together with the normal crunchy bass. it fills up a little bit of low end on the pieces right here, these bits. So yeah, it doesn't sound so awkward between those spaces, I guess. We go to this bass pattern over here, and this is the bass pattern that plays when the chords aren't playing, and it sounds like this. These are made from 3 GM synths, some presets, and a mini synth with some noise, so it gives this more punch. These are the differences with and without noise, and without. So I distorted it and boosted the low frequencies and a little bit of the highs and bit crushed it a little bit. Then we go to the choir. This is from Direct Wave Orchestral, and I distorted it a little bit, boosted the high frequencies and lowered the low frequencies. Some stereoizer and just a tiny bit of reverb. Drums. So with everything together, I'm just gonna show you the final result. This is my remake of Feel So Good. Thank you so much for watching. I'm just repeating everything I said before the final result. Click on this video right here, my suggestion, or watch next. Click on one of them, and the middle one, that's a very important button.